Hello, this is Jer, playing the Frosty Planet beta version. Oxygen not included. Reindeer are starting off making some natural tiles because they're interested in doing some advanced research. Donner and Cupid are on the way. That should give us some natural tiles where we can get a pipped plant. Some radioactive material such as these Wheezy warts. Speaking of which, better dig one out. Got another Wheezy wart. Gonna take that and drop that off in this new area. Pip's about to plant Wheezy wart. Good job. Just 2 more to go. The other thing that I think would be very interesting to experiment is the geothermal heat pump. I have never done anything with that before. First thing we need to do is get a path down so we can access it. Looks like we've got 3 Wheezy warts, so we can let these pips go somewhere else. We've got the material study terminal built. There's now a Red Bull generator set up to a little bit of automation to fill up a material study terminal. What do we got? That looks like a volcano. Cupid, back off, please. Looking into these little cute guys, there seems to be an issue. The issue is they're starving. Click on this. It appears they eat this tree or the nectar, stored nectar, but trees just don't seem to produce enough nectar to support even a single one. We've got 2 in here, and this guy's starving. We've got 2 over here. Let's see, we could have more light on this particular one, but anyway. Oh, did he art? Okay, that one is... Oh, we got a piece of tallow. That's new. But he's actually gone. When they died, did they just turn into tallow? Or was that just a coincidence? I'm not entirely sure. I think what I'm going to do, though, is expand... I'll tighten up this stable. Expand over here. Fix some lighting. And see if this guy, get rid of this door, can snack on, well, I mean, this one doesn't have nectar either, so I don't know really what that's going to do, but anyway. Fireball and Dancer in here, making sure this becomes a stable, making sure that we've got some lights for all the trees that are in here. One magical day, the printing pod chose to give us some squash fries. The reindeer snacked on that and decided they have to have more. The only thing is they don't know how to make it just yet. So I guess we're going to have to find out. Another issue with this stable is this guy produces ethanol, which is kind of cool. But in this particular case, that has caused a flooding on this tree. Comet's mopping this up. Hopefully doing a dig right here will prevent that from happening in the future. Expanding into another stable over here. And it appears we have a place that is still far too big. Continue to shrink this down. Dasher's been looking up at the sky and found a new planetoid. Oh, what is this? Ceres ore field. Mercury, ice, cinnabar ore. Huh. Entombed. What? Prancer. Vixen's on the way to get you, Prancer. No, or maybe they're not. There we go. Reindeer are on a mission to set up another stable with these guys. And we're going to see if this number of bon gourds, or bonbon gourds, are going to be enough. Starting off with the grooming station right up front. Reindeer are very terrified of what's going to happen if this volcano blows. So they're going to dig out underneath the snow. Let that fall down. It's got to be done in a certain order, though. Can they make it in time? Thinking if they can cover this thing in snow, it'll overpressure it. Come on, Cupid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I guess another reindeer that can dig through granite has to take over. Dancer's on the way. Come on, come on. Hold on. Actually, I wonder if this one should be done first. This is a dangerous mission. Good for you, Dancer. Okay, that may have covered up the volcano. I'm not 100%. Just to be absolutely certain, let's do that. Dancer is on the way back. Very convenient we have snow right here, actually. Dancer, don't do that. Okay, it's covered. I think we're good now. Yet another stable with these guys is being set up. This one clearly is way too big. Maybe we can even split it in two. Reindeer collecting a little bit of meat, but Vixen's got a special research project. Just very curious, if you attack this guy, does it leave any interesting material behind? Ah, so tallow is left after they expire or die. Okay, that's how that works. I've got a theory about these mammoths. I've been wondering for a bit why they can only get up so high. Maybe they need 2 tiles width in that platform to actually be able to jump up. After putting a tile here, if they're able to get up, that would be a good indication of what's going on. It would mean that they probably can't get over here, but that's okay. At least they can get up here and down there. We'll see here in a second. Alright, has that changed? Ah! That's what it is. I get it. You need 2 tiles width in order to be able to jump up somewheres. With all this tallow that I'm hoping that we're going to get, it may be time to research the deep fryer and see what we can do with it. There seems to be nothing else to look at up here. So might as well tear down this equipment. Another thing to experiment is critter morphs. I don't know if there is any morphs of these guys. But why don't we start experimenting? We'll take Pip down. I can find a Pip. Let's take one of these guys. I need 5. This will be the first critter to make its way in. How about we take one of these Phloxes over as well. Bambini, we'll move you in. I don't know if I've got any... Oh, looks like we need to do a little bit of a mop up. Pipsqueak, we'll move you down. So that's 4. I need 1 more. The Phlox, get the Bimini. Did I get the seal? I don't know if I got the seal. I don't think I did. Oh. I did not know there was a Puff in this world. There's that. But I think I've got enough critters here to get this working. Phlox is in the room. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to get someone to activate this first. Blitzen is on the way. Either dropping off one of these critters or activating this machine. I guess they're dropping off the Pipsqueak. I don't know if the younger versions can actually go through, but what age? Oh, you're just, you're 4. You'll be an adult soon. Olive, you're going to activate this machinery for us. It's going to allow the Phlox and other critters to cross over. Phlox is being analyzed. This is going to activate 1 of 5 of the critters that we need to get this machine running. Yes, the young version can go through this. That's good to know, actually. Vixen's dropped off the spigot steel. Got the 4th critter that's being analyzed right now. And we just have 1 more. Fireball's dropping off a shine bug. And with that, this thing has been activated. So now I want to, in particular, send all the critters that are new over here to see if they turn into anything else or not. Maybe it was only the adult versions of these that can actually go through. So the reindeer's gonna develop a path to get across. This ice melting system really keeps the level exactly where it needs to be. Dasher's drilling a hole underneath this system so we can get access to these critters. Vixen's bringing up a critter. They're 4, so they should, if they can't get through because they're not an adult, They'll be an adult soon enough. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter if they're an adult. Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. We've got the seal that could possibly go through next. Well, I'm assuming this doesn't have any morphs. At least maybe not at this point. Maybe that is true for probably all of them. Well, it was a good test, but possibly with an update in the future, maybe they will have morphs. But not at the moment. Okay, well, worth knowing. Did we ever get down? Oh, we did. Alright, I'm going to hold off on that. I want to see if we've completed this. Let's try out the deep fryer first. Blitzon's anxious to try those fries again and is installing the deep fryer. It needs some power. Might as well give it some light access. Oh, it needs to be in the kitchen. Huh. I guess I could just make this part of the kitchen. But we'll need to have a floating one of these again. Not a problem, I guess. Oh. Even if I don't need the spice grinder just yet, looks like in order to be a kitchen you need that, so we'll put that in. So you can't use the deep fryer unless you're technically in a kitchen. Actually, do I have... Oh, maybe that's something I need to research. Dun-dun. Reindeer have their kitchen together. We've got some power on this deep fryer. Let's have a look. Ooh, there's the squash fries. What do we need for that? We need tallow. We have some tallow. Oh, table salt and the plume squash. We just need salt if we want to get that made. Let's generate a little bit of table salt in the rock crusher. Cupid's generating some table salt for us. Lots of light for them to be able to see with all the shine bugs, plus the lamp. Rudolph's heading in for an upgrade. Sunny disposition. Reindeer are going further around the asteroid to find if there's anything unique. Seems to be the similar biomes. We've got our cold sleet. We've got our ocean asteroid. Tiny bits of radioactive biomes around. A lot of obsidian. But the only thing... Well, we've got this here. Our oil biome down at the bottom, which I may not want to get into just yet until we get some Atmo suits. But I think this is the next big thing after we make some fries, of course. I was just curious whether magma was underneath the oily biome, and based on this, I would suspect it is. So I think I've come in contact with all the different biomes, except for the space biome. I don't know if I've gone through... I could have gone through that and just never noticed. Maybe I'll have a look for that one. But the cool pool, that one is quite interesting, especially with the behemoth. And the ice cave. I guess that's where we're starting off on this particular asteroid. Reindeer decided they want to use all the salt for their mess tables. So we could generate a little bit more of that stuff. We should be ready now to make our first fry meal. Vixen had a good idea of storing some salt here so we don't have to load this. Instead, the reindeer are putting the salt in there. And we even have an auto sweeper to take that and put that in here. Hopefully, that has given us... Ah, there we go. Squash fries. Dasher's happy about this. They are putting in some of the ingredients. Got our table salt. Donner's putting in something else. We've got our tallow. We just need the squash. Might not actually get that because a lot of the squash is down here, so we're going to have a dedicated fridge for the squash. Fireball is on a mission to load the deep fryer. There we are. I think everything exists. We just have to wait for someone to cook it for us. Looks like I forgot to put this through a NOT gate. And if this does go off, it should actually be a higher priority. No food. Donner is trying out the deep fryer. We just don't have enough power. So what we're going to do is add another transformer and split this circuit. With this circuit split, let's see if Donner can get through this. So they're going side to side. And there we have it, our squash fries. Fireball has a good idea. Let's put the squash fries in the deep freezer where it won't go bad. Let's have a look at this. Currently going in. Temperature isn't changing, but now it's going through the metal cold tiles. And it's not doing a whole lot as it goes in there. Let's have a look as it sits in the cold hydrogen. Alright, it is in a deep freeze, sterile environment. I am actually quite curious to see what it's like if you were to play this without the frostproof. So that's something I want to investigate, but just before I leave these guys for a much more difficult mission, I want to learn about this machine. I have not clicked on it yet. So, note it. Oh, it's under construction. This building is part of a geothermal power plant that has malfunctioned before. Uh-oh. With devastating results. Uh-oh. It is currently too unstable to approach safely. Eek. My duplicates will be able to begin working on it once the Frosty Planet Pack DLC is released. Oh. Okay. So this just sits here. We can't do anything with it because I'm in beta version. I'm taking it. We can run. Okay, well, let's at least get what I can from it. I'm just curious. What can I rummage from that? Let's get over here. Hand scanner. I'm assuming we don't want to destroy that. My thinking is one of the dupes will scan their hands. I can't do it right now because I guess the DLC is not officially out. I guess that makes sense. They've got to keep something of interest for when this thing's actually complete. Oh, whoa. Off-site locker. What did we get? A warm coat. Oh, okay. Well, if you do get down here and you don't have frost, it's a bit of ways to go, mind you. You could give this... I'll give this to Fireball. So we've got another warm coat. What about this? That's just something that we can inspect for the moment. Okay, so under construction, fair enough. Let's inspect there. Well, I guess there really isn't much I'm going to be able to do with this. So I'm going to think about if I had to do this again, but without frostproof. Right now the temperature of the base is it's almost 0. Probably large part due to this setup. I have this set to 25 degrees and that seems to be working quite well, but I would probably want to have the whole area much warmer if I didn't have reindeer that were frostproof. I think that's what I'm going to do is restart. I'll probably do a different planetoid or randomized one and go from there. All right. Well, I've been learning quite a bit about this new planet. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time where I'm going to take on a much more difficult mission. But I would say these guys, if I were to continue on, I mean, there's 200,000 calories. Lots of potential for meat coming up, so food's not going to be a problem. I could easily get more than a dozen. If you've got frostproof, even with a locavore and carnivore achievement, I would say it was pretty easy. So let's see if I can take on something that is not so easy. Till then.